All right.
It's pretty weak. All right, Max.
Ready when you are.
I am ready.
Ready.
Ben, are you ready?
Do it.
Let's do it. We are recording. We've been recording. Ooh.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of No Expectations Podcast. I'm Ben.
And I'm James.
I'm Max.
And today we were talking about the 1999 film 8mm, starring Nicolas Cage, Joaquin Phoenix, Kathleen Keener, James Gandolfini, and a whole bunch of other recognizable faces that went on to do very successful things.
This was also written by, was it, who were in this again? It was...
Some guy.
But
But it was directed by Joel Schumacher.
That's all that matters, yeah.
Most importantly, and here, we'll give a shout out to the writer. The original writer, Hang on. Oh, we're fucking up, guys.
Yeah. Max, you have it right in front of you. Who wrote this?
Okay, let's see.
it's a movie, just,
It's a guy.
It's a guy.
It's a girl. Probably a guy.
Andrew Kevin Walker.
Joel Schumacher directed it, and
Andrew Kevin Walker was the screenwriter, and our director, big fan, Joel Schumacher. And this is actually part 2 of our Schumacher movies. We started with Falling Down last episode. Now we're doing 8mm, and then... who knows? We might continue the trend, but we'll reveal that at the end of the episode. So let's talk about 8mm. First of all, big Nick Cage fan. I think we all know that.
Yes.
It's a massive part of the channel. We are Cageaholics.
Yes, huge Cage fans. Probably actually watch a Cage film like at least every week.
Oh, really?
I would think so. Like,
I would say once a month for me.
I don't know, probably once a week. If it's just on the TV in the background, he's usually on there because he's been in so much.
Well, before we talk about the glory of 8mm, what are some of your favorite Nick Cage movies? And this is the second one we have actually done a review on this channel, because the first one was Valley Girl.
Oh, but I mean, we did a brief mini review of Pig, so that's another Nicolas Cage film.
Okay.
I wouldn't really count it, but yeah.
Okay.
Favorite Nick Cage films.
So many good ones.
There's so many. I like Mud. Sorry, not Mud. Sorry. Joe. I always get those confused. Joe's good. Family Man. It's pretty good.
Great movie.
That's one I can watch like pretty much like every year.
It's a fantastic
if it's on.
movie. That would have come out the year after this.
Oh.
Seems like a whole different world of Cage, though, doesn't it?
And then City of Angels. I'm just kidding. I've never seen that film.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's sad.
I just watched the trailer.
I remember watching it as a kid, and my mom like weeping.
I feel like I might have seen it, but I always got mixed up with that John Travolta movie, Michael, and City of Angels, because they were both about angels.
Michael was great.
I like Michael.
Michael was great.
Have you seen Bangkok Dangerous?
No, actually.
No, that's one of my favorite Nick Cage's.
Isn't that the one with the bitch that was married to Johnny Depp, Amber Heard? Isn't she in that one?
I don't know.
Oh.
There's the awkward scene where he's eating spicy soup.
It's hot.
Ooh.
I briefly remember that film. That was one that just like was a one-time watch. That's when I used to like not really like Nicolas Cage because there was so many of the movies that he was just coming out.
Really?
It was like back to back in 1 year.
Yeah, it was like after his divorce.
It was like
and he
Next
just
was
going
one
hard.
of them. It was that one.
Yeah, there was definitely a
something
made-for-TV Cage era that was kind of
Yeah.
like, or straight-to-video Cage era that was kind of like, ooh.
Natural Treasures.
Dude.
Both those films are great.
It's a good one.
100%. I'm surprised we haven't gotten a third one. Give it time.
I think one of our most recent ones that we enjoyed was Willy's Wonderland.
I loved Willy's Wonderland. If you guys have not seen it, check it out. It's the one where all the like Chuck E. Cheese type animatronics come to life and start to kill these teenagers, and Nick Cage comes in to like kick some ass.
Yeah, if you're familiar with
Fantastic.
like Five Nights at Freddy and stuff, it's kind of like that video game.
Dude, fantastic.
Do you guys know like the frequency of films that he does? Like how many films does he do a year?
I'm gonna
'Cause
say
it
like
seems like a lot.
I'm gonna say at least 4 movies a year.
Let's take a look. Go click on his
IMDb.
IMDb because I feel like he probably does five a year.
He's a workaholic, dude. He's like, man, I'm trying to think who does as many as him. Maybe like Bruce Willis.
Yeah. You know what we discussed like last week
Samuel
with Falling Down about like actors who are just gonna die on set. And he's probably gonna be an actor that's gonna die on set.
See,
Definitely.
2011 he did five movies.
Sounds about right.
2009 he did 4.
Go a little higher up because
Yeah,
I feel like
higher
his
up, it's
frequency's been
more.
going up. Like after like 2015.
Look at 2017. Look at that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
About 5 on average.
Yeah,
2018
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 2019.
Oh my God.
Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, dude, this man must have no time for anything.
And you probably got like out of those movies, probably out of the 6, maybe 2
I'm
that are
gonna
good.
say one great one, and then like one all right one, and
Yeah.
the rest are like, what the fuck?
Didn't you watch his newest one, that the Ghostland one?
Yeah,
Max?
I watched Prisoner. I went to Film Bar and watched that.
Ooh,
It's
Film Bar. Very
it's a good
interesting.
one. It's like a fever dream. Almost.
Yeah, I wanted to watch it because it's from the same studio that does Mandy. He collaborates with that studio a lot now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I'd
Was
say watch it.
Okay.
It's not. I think it's.
It's Cage being Cage, right?
I like Cage being Cage.
Yeah, and whoever this director is, it's him being him because it's really stylized.
I like Cage when he's uncaged and when he can be himself. And that's what I will dive into our review of 8mm with. This was a movie where he was not able to be his full Cage
Yeah,
self.
maybe like there was like a little snippet of it, but
I'd say maybe 2 minutes of cageness.
Mhm.
And the rest of it was him acting. And to be honest with you, 8mm, movie that didn't need to be made. No offense to Joel Schumacher. Love Schumacher. But this one, like, you could have interchanged anybody in it, and it wouldn't have really mattered. It probably would have made it better, honestly, had it had a different creative team behind it. But yeah, this one was a miss for me, definitely.
definitely a miss for me too.
Yeah.
Like we were discussing this earlier. Like, what you said, what Superman would have been around the same time.
Around the same I think Superman would have come out in like 97 or 98, but still, like, roughly around that same time. Like, I wish we could trade in 8mm and have gotten Superman Lives
with
instead.
Tim Burton. Yeah.
Because think about the connection also. Joel Schumacher had just gotten off doing Batman, and right around the same time, like right before this, and it's like, so he was already in the superhero realm. It's like, man, it should have happened.
Would have been cool.
It should have, and he had connections to Tim Burton. Anyway,
We talk about this every episode.
it's just frustrating. I'd like to do a whole episode.
So-
Let us know if you guys would like a whole episode about movies that were never made, specifically Superman Lives,
Mhm.
because I think that it's just a tragedy that was never made.
So
It would have been amazing.
So when you say this movie didn't really play off of Nick's strengths, what do you think his strength is? I mean, for me, it's like just when he's going nuts and just
Totally.
raging.
Yeah,
Totally,
when
yeah.
he's showing a lot of emotion, and this film is just like I didn't get that from
It's
him.
too blank. It's almost like
It felt like it was like this one. Honestly, feels like it was just a check for him, which
Yeah.
I know he does a
Yeah.
lot of movies. It feels like a check. Maybe he was going like through a rough patch. That maybe this is when he like got his the lawsuit, like losing all his money and
Maybe.
shit. Because he feels really
and he
dull in this film.
he feels dull. The whole movie feels dull, especially dealing with such serious subject matter. It seems so muted and so like not serious.
Speaking of, what is this film about, Max?
It's about a private investigator that is hired to discover if a snuff film is authentic or not. 6.5 stars out of 10, and it's getting a lot of down toots.
I would
Down
hope so.
toots.
I would imagine down toots. Yeah, this one, just every bit of it like didn't need to be made in my mind. And like I said, I love Cage, I love Joaquin, I love Gandolfini, I love Joel Schumacher. What the fuck happened?
Yeah, when I was watching this film, I felt like it could have been like a the way it was shot. For one, it felt like it was a TV show. Like,
Totally.
for me.
Yeah.
It could have been like an HBO, like an early like HBO like
Yeah.
show.
It reminded me of like an episode of Law and Order.
Yeah, it had moments like
Yeah.
that too. I was sitting there mixing Law and Order, some HBO show, because it just the rating, I would say, because of the R rating
Yeah.
to give it that violentness.
Yeah. It
But
reminded
even-
me of, like a bad TV show. Yeah.
Even when it was like violent, like the whole thing of like him watching the film,
Wasn't that violent?
it was like let's pull off from the screen. Like
It was very muted.
it was, yeah, it was dumb. It's
Yeah, this movie had no business being made. Actually, it felt kind of cheap and kind of janky. There were some scenes, you remember the scene like maybe 40 minutes in, where they're panning across the city and it's like shaky?
yeah,
Like, and I was like, what the fuck, Joel? Like, I love you, man. It almost seems like watching Halloween 3 and knowing that John Carpenter wasn't really present and he just slapped his name on as a producer. I'm almost thinking like Schumacher was like, all right, I'm kind of part of this. And then it was all like AD and like second units making the movie.
I was really excited for this too because we accidentally like saw who was in it and stuff
Yeah.
and all the cast members like, oh shit, this is gonna be a really great film.
It was a disappointment.
And it was just a huge disappointing.
I mean, all of this was
old
stupid. All of it was
Titanic
dumb.
lady.
All of this was dumb. Yeah, dude. And like you said, you asked me earlier, and I think James answered perfectly. What do we like about Cage? I like when Cage has the freedom to get creative with the character. With this character, he had nothing to work with.
Nothing.
So it's like I like when he has outbursts. I like when he has quirks. I like when he can be in like The Family Man and have heart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like he's a versatile actor and he's great, but he didn't have any chance to be funny. He didn't have any chance to be quirky. He's just like this stagnant, like what I'd imagine like a really boring, forgettable like Cary Grant or John Wayne character from like 1949 in like a really dull movie that's like forgettable. No offense to either of those actors, but you know what I mean? Just like a really shitty hollow character from basic Hollywood. Like, man, the trailer they make look good, but boy, they were not working with much. Mm-hmm. But I'd like to kind of say, I know it's a little early, but alternate castings, because if one thing could save this movie, it would be a different cast and a different creative force behind
director
it.
And writer.
Different director and writer. I think this could have been good. But, yeah, kick us off, man. Because I think that's the only thing that could have saved this piece of garbage.
I have my notes on yours. I accidentally, honestly, because I did mine really quick, I didn't realize it was the same writer of Seven, and that's who I put it as for the alternate writer.
Well, interesting.
But I do have another writer. I just didn't want to put him down because his name's hard to pronounce.
Okay.
Let me just, I would say you go ahead and kick it off while I get the writer.
Oh, okay. Wow, we had some similar ideas. Okay. So I always do 3, usually, if I have time. So let's start with Nicolas Cage's character, who I think would have been an improvement. Denzel Washington, Kevin Bacon, or Kevin Costner. Got 2 Kevins on there.
I think for that one, I would probably go with Kevin Bacon.
Bacon would be interesting.
I think Kevin Bacon would be interesting.
Bacon would be interesting. And it would have been a good era for him, Hollow Man era.
Yeah.
For the wife, even though we don't see her that much, they would have had to have given her quite a few more lines for these actresses. Helen Hunt, Laura Dern, or Minnie Driver. Those are my choices. Ooh. Because Kathleen Keener, who played the wife in the movie, I don't like her as an actress. I'm not a fan.
I was going to do Helen Hunt, and then I just chose not to.
I like Helen Hunt. I like Helen Hunt. But, yeah, Kathleen Keener, I don't know. She just rubs me the wrong way. There's something about it. The only thing I think she's like kind of believable in was 40-Year-Old Virgin.
I like her in there. Yeah, I think that was her.
Yeah,
and,
she's okay in that. Yeah.
Also, I like her in that Jim Carrey show, Kidding, where she plays his his sister. Okay. I know you never watched it. It was a really good show, but it's depressing as fuck.
Yeah.
It got canceled, unfortunately, but it was like a really good show for Jim Carrey to star in.
2 seasons, right?
I think it was 2 seasons, but I didn't honestly there wasn't really much you can do after what they were doing.
I didn't like what they were going for. I watched a few episodes and like I said, it was too depressing.
Yeah, I mean it's just from the creator of that show who did what's the fucking Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Be Kind, Rewind.
Yeah.
It's just visually the way he does things. It's just pretty cool. Awesome. I feel
like I'll go back and revisit it strictly for Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
the rest of it, I'm kind of like,
you're gonna get depressed, but yes,
that's what I need. Some more depression in my life. All right, so so any of those actresses would have been better. I hated the character of the wife. She's like every time she's like, I'm holding a baby waiting for you.
We miss you.
Yeah,
it's like every time on the screen.
Cinderella. Yeah, shut up. Shut up.
Hey, Cinderella.
Hello, Cinderella. Did you miss me? I sure missed you. Oh, it's my girl.
It's obnoxious. There was the baby. The baby did nothing for me.
The
wife did nothing for me.
Nicolas Cage didn't really feel like he was in love with her. I didn't believe it.
Zero chemistry. Zero chemistry. Hated it. You know, it would have been better if he was single.
Yeah,
honestly.
I think so.
And they try to make it like, oh, we're gonna go after the family. I'm like, good, kill him.
I wanted him to I the missing girl's mom. I wanted him just
bang her.
I would have. Well, yeah, do something with her at least.
Yeah. Oh, hey, here's a tough one. Who was the cutie in this movie?
Oh,
Snuff Film Girl? Was it Snuff Film Girl?
I'm not gonna say that.
I can't really think of there being any cute women in this movie.
No.
Maybe in the background when they're investigating the porn and there's some topless lady whipping somebody. Maybe her. I don't know. Maybe the Snuff Film Girl's mom. I don't know.
Yeah, this one was tough.
Yeah, he's getting pretty dark.
Yeah, the cutie in this film was just Nick Cage.
It was Nick Cage.
I'm gonna go with not Catherine Keener.
No, she's not.
I don't like her.
She's not that attractive.
I don't like her at all. I'll go for Snuff Film Girl's mom.
I'll go with that too.
Snuff Film Girl's mom for 200.
I feel like Catherine Keener got better with age.
She did. She looks
better now than she did in this movie.
Yeah, she just rubs me the wrong way in a lot of movies. But okay, for Joaquin, I chose in 1999 Tobey Maguire,
Marlon
Wayans,
Toby
or Heath Ledger.
Marlon Wayne. That's a really interesting.
Isn't that an interesting
That's
choice?
very interesting.
You know why I thought of him? Because he was originally going to be Robin before Chris O'Donnell, and it was all in that Schumacher era.
Oh yeah.
So they would have known each other.
I totally forgot about that.
They would have known each other, and he
That
actually
would
got
have been interesting.
paid. Marlon Wayans actually got paid the full amount to be Robin, but they had to cancel him, and he was filing a lawsuit. And they're like, "All right, just keep the money." But O'Donnell's in. Isn't that crazy? James Gandolfini, the bad guy, the creep. I mean, the character. I love Gandolfini. I think he's an incredible actor, but the character is a creep. Dennis Hopper, Mark Boone Jr., the corrupt fat cop from Batman Begins and Dark Knight, or James Woods.
I'm gonna go with James Woods with that one.
Yeah, James
I like
Woods.
how you did Dennis Hopper again. Because
Yeah.
you did Dennis Hopper for Robert Duvall.
He's great.
In Falling Down.
I love Dennis Hopper. For the main bad guy, Peter Stormare, the like bad Russian guy from like Big Lebowski and what's
Armageddon.
Armageddon, pretty popular villain, a versatile character actor. I chose Tom Berenger, Marilyn Manson, or Jeremy Irons from Die Hard with a Vengeance. Pretty interesting. It would have made the movie 20 times better.
I'm picturing Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, wouldn't that have been great?
Yeah,
He's all into like the
that would make sense too.
Wouldn't that be sick?
Sex and
Wouldn't that be
everything.
cool?
Yeah.
And he would have been like probably like 30 at the time. He could have pulled it off.
Oh, you know who I forgot to do for mine is freaking Machine, which was
Oh, yeah,
I don't even know who that was. Fuck
the
him.
guy that played Bane.
They try to make him very scary. Like, oh, this guy who always wears a mask, and he's like,
and then he's like, "Look, I'm a normal guy,"
Yeah.
and then he puts on his glasses.
Not what you're expecting, huh?
What'd you expect, a monster?
Fucking idiot. That was
like-
the dumbest scene
I
I've ever
didn't
seen.
believe any of the villains in here, the
They
bad
were
guys in here.
terrible.
I
They were
love that.
terrible.
I love the actors, like you said, James Gandolfini,
Yeah.
and I always forget the other guy, but because you just know who he is.
Yeah.
But I love those guys, and just in this film, like I didn't believe it. It was just the writing, maybe I don't know. Just
Yeah.
like I wasn't like, oh, let's get revenge on these guys. Like
No.
I didn't care for, and the lawyer too.
Yeah.
I forgot the lawyer guy.
The lawyer guy sucked.
He was dumb.
I
He
was
was
going to recast him, but I thought, who cares at this
Yeah,
point?
who cares about
I've
it?
got
They
enough.
made
Yeah.
him just
Anyone would have been better.
I feel like they just made that guy a bad guy just out of nowhere. Like
Yeah.
very.
He
like,
was lame.
Yeah, in the beginning, he's like helping.
I'll
the old
recast
lady.
him right now with someone better. Jonathan Frakes from Star Trek: The Next Generation. Number 1, better actor. Okay, so where was I at? I totally lost my train of thought.
You're
the bad guy sucked. Yeah, totally unbelievable. And yeah, let's go on to directors. So this would have totally saved the movie and made it a completely different thing, because I think these directors are so unique and have so much personality. No matter what they work with, they boost it. Like they boost the project. I chose Stanley Kubrick, because he would have still been alive. He passed away in '99, so if they were filming in '98, he could have made this as his last movie. Stanley Kubrick, David Cronenberg, Videodrome, very dark, very very creepy, and I think that would have fit with it, and it would have been very like sexually explicit and very intense. Or David Fincher, who did Zodiac.
I was thinking about David Fincher as well.
Yeah, so I think any of those guys would have been much better choices. As far as writers, I was kind of in the same lane as James as far as thinking this kind of felt like a TV thing. So I think a better writer for this movie would have been Chris Carter, who created The X-Files.
Ooh.
Because he wrote a majority of the X-Files episodes. I think he would have been great. Michael Mann, as a screenwriter, obviously would have been great. And Jim Yules, who adapted Fight Club from the novel to the screenplay.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he would have been really good with like a creepy spin. Yeah, and that's what I got. So I'll pass it over to James, and he can do his alternate universe castings.
Mine's very rough, but I still back it up a little bit. Nick Cage, I put Tom Hanks. I was thinking of like Road to Perdition.
Crossed
kind of
my
vibes.
mind totally. Yeah.
For Joaquin Phoenix, he's already in this film, but very briefly, this actor I picked, Norman Reedus.
Oh,
I just feel like because he's all skinny and like look
Interesting.
like
Yeah.
I say like Boondock Saints era.
yeah.
I think he can do it.
Interesting choice.
Mm-hmm. And then Catherine Keener, I did because I wanted someone that can bounce off of Tom Hanks pretty well, and it's Julia Roberts. I think their love relationship, especially because what was it, Larry Crown? They were in the together.
Yeah, riding on a scooter, jumping in a hot tub.
I feel like they're believable.
Mhm.
For Gandolfini, I just picture a bigger guy. It's always fun to see like this person as a bad guy, like when you see him in films as one, John Goodman.
Oh, crossed my mind too.
I think he's really good as a bad guy, like, especially what is that film, the whole Cloverfield universe?
Damn it, Roseanne, I'm gonna eat you.
He's all
19 Cloverfield Lane.
Flintstones and stuff.
Yeah, but
there's tons of Cloverfield Lane. When he was like in there, dude, his character was like, oh my gosh, like you didn't expect that from. Yeah, have you seen it?
No.
Oh, so it wasn't originally going to be a Cloverfield film, and then the studios changed the whole like aspect of it. They did reshoots and everything, and they put like aliens in the background, and he like they did the reshoots, making like dropping out like, yeah, there's people out there, there's things out there, I don't know what's out there, and they don't believe it because it sounds like a hostage situation, and it finds out the whole time there's fucking aliens out there because he had these people there.
Don't tell me
no, that's
anymore.
just like that's the plot.
Don't tell me anymore.
It's just the plot. Yeah, it's good.
Yabba dabba snuff film.
Peter Stormare.
Yeah.
I picked Sean Bean because he's great as a bad guy.
Sean Bean. I'm thinking Michael Bean. Who the hell's Sean Bean?
Sean Bean is Goldeneye.
Oh, yeah. He's awesome.
He's always a good bad guy.
He's 008.
Is he double A?
Yeah. Or was he 006?
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings. He always dies in all his films.
Yeah. He was the one that was like Bond took over for in Goldeneye. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So,
he was the Bond. Technically, in that universe, he was Bond before Pierce Brosnan Bond.
Oh.
Yeah, because he died. So, yeah.
Interesting. And then director, I put James Mangold.
Great choice.
I think that would have just
310 to Yuma, Logan. Yeah. Oh, hey, if you would have done John Goodman, and if they would have done that in alternate casting, he would have had rapport with Nick Cage from Raising Arizona. They would have known each other.
See, that would have worked.
Yeah.
It would have been fine.
Why don't they listen to us?
Nope,
we
they
were like
never do.
6, so.
So I didn't realize the writer who I put, because I just like, oh, this guy would have been the same writer, but it is. I'm changing that. I had one. I just didn't want to pronounce his name.
Okay.
It is the writer of Prisoners, Aaron Guzikowski.
Okay.
Because that fucking movie is just like
intense
and dark,
heavy.
Or it would be like the Writer brothers. I didn't look up who
Okay.
it is, but it's like between those two films.
Great choice.
I mean, I think they were like he started later on,
He
so
doesn't
it wouldn't work.
He's just in James's head.
I don't
No
know
results
how to
found. Yeah.
Did either.
No results found.
Gazoo-Waski.
You just go to Prisoners.
Gadgazoo.
He's only he wrote Contraband, Prisoners, Pappy on the new screenplay.
Contraband was a great movie.
And Raised by Wolves, which is that new that HBO TV show by Ridley Scott, which is I watched a few episodes of it. It's fucking like it's intense.
Ridley Scott. You really can't go wrong. I really like Ridley Scott for the most part.
But yeah, those are my choices.
I also thought about Wayne Knight as Gandolfini's character because I was like, nah.
that would be
When you control the snuff films, you control information. Hello, Newman.
Hello, Newman.
Hello, Jerry.
Kill any more girls lately? Shut up, Jerry.
That would have been good.
Anyway, so yeah, this movie, I'm going to go into my star rating. The majority of the time thinking about this in my head, I was like, oh, this is a hard 2.
Yeah.
Like the whole time, the only reason I'll give it a 2.5 is because of Nicolas Cage and because of James Gandolfini, the late great master. And I would say the last 30 minutes actually held my attention.
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
I would say if the whole movie was like the last 30 minutes, it would have been a pretty decent film. But this is a generous 2.5 stars from me. But deep down, I want to just give it a 2. But for Nick Cage, we give it 2.5. But it sucked.
yeah, I almost was gonna give it a 3 just because it's an average film, but I have to give it that 2.5 as well.
Yeah.
It's just it's not that great.
There's
am I going
no-
back to watch this?
Never.
No. I bought it just to watch.
I wish it never would have been made. I wish I could sacrifice 10 of Cage's made-for-TV movies just to get Superman Lives.
So I didn't see the movie, but based on your guys' recommendation, I'm gonna save myself 2 hours. And yeah, it is a full 2 hours.
It's a hard 2 hours, and like about an hour and 10 minutes in, you're like, okay, I'm done. Like I'm checked out. Like this sucks.
I hopped on my phone.
I would say 45 minutes. You're out. 45 minutes. You're out, and then I'm like, fuck. And then there's just these movies that are like from the 90s, and don't get me wrong, there's so many great movies from the 90s, but there's some that you can just tell how they're going. And it's like a crime drama, and there's like, oh, there's the Crown Vic rolling up slowly, and everything's boring. Here's a cemetery, everything sucks, and I'm like, fuck this piece of shit, But hey, we gave it a try. Love Nick Cage, love James Gandolfini, love Joel Schumacher, love Joaquin, but this was just a miss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big
So if we had to
disappointment.
talk about other movies aside from Cage movies, like let's rule Cage movies out because we already kind of led in with that. Movies that are in the same style that are much better, what would you recommend?
I already said Prisoners.
Yeah.
I would. Gosh.
Oh, I totally
8
forgot to
millimeter
mention
2.
I totally forgot to mention my favorite Cage movies.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna throw a couple out. Matchstick Men.
Oh, I
Definitely
love
one.
Matchstick Men.
Love
yeah.
Matchstick Men with Sam Rockwell. Masterpiece of a film. I believe that's also Ridley Scott. I
Yep.
believe.
Yep.
10 out of 10 for me. Love that movie. I've seen that movie like so many times, and it like never gets old.
That's a movie we love because we love both those actors. I think
Yes.
it's hard to choose because I really love Sam Rockwell.
love
I think
Sam
I
Rockwell,
might
yeah.
like Rockwell a little bit more than Cage.
I think so too.
But Cage has been around a little bit longer. So
Cage
it's
has the
like-
nostalgia
yeah.
factor. Other Cage movies. Oh man, let's see. Now the National Treasure movies. I grew up loving.
Oh, Gone in 60 Seconds.
great movie. Great movie.
The Rock, I wasn't a fan of.
I wasn't a fan of The Rock
wasn't
either.
The Rock,
yeah. Let's see what else do we have. Cycle through. What other Cage movies? Wind Talkers was a good one. Actually, Wind Talkers was a good movie.
Face Off is a good one. I like Face Off.
Face Off. Yeah. We need some more Travolta in
You
our
guys
lives,
have watched Archer at all?
a little bit here and
Yeah,
there.
I think Archer is Face Off, like a continuation of the Face Off.
I remember you
universe.
mentioning that. I have to do some research.
It's like a Bond
I could
spoof,
see
kinda.
it though.
But Archer, what I saw, I liked.
They have the same characters.
Yeah, one of my buddies is really into it, and he's always like recommending it.
Click
and-
on a Face Off and see the characters, because I know the characters' names in Archer.
Oh, you know?
Oh yeah, it is like Sean Archer.
Hell yeah.
That's-
Why is Seinfeld on the side there?
Eva.
It's like an ad.
That's funny.
Another really good Nicolas Cage movie that's super underrated and nobody talks about it is Guarding Tess. The one where he has to be a bodyguard for the Secret Service for a former First Lady of the United States.
I
Like
think
a retired.
I think you told me about that.
Yeah,
I've
and, like,
never seen it.
Any kind of first ladies or presidents, even though after they're out of office, they always have the option
See,
to have
that
a
one
security
looks
detail.
fun. Is there comedy? It looks like just
Little
from the
bit-
poster.
Yeah, there's bits of comedy, like lighthearted '90s comedy, and then like there's a bit of like drama too.
It looks like Cage being.
That's a great
himself.
that is a great movie. I haven't seen it in years, but when I saw it, I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I was like, wow, like this movie is like way underrated. Like it's just like it makes you feel good, but like it has a little bit of an edge to it.
I'll add that to the list.
Yeah,
Is that a black and white movie?
no,
The whole
Just
thing? No?
No, just the
Okay, it's
photos.
just some of the
yeah,
photos
no,
here.
it's in color, but yeah, good movie, super good movie, and yeah, and I'd say Willy's Wonderland. is
Yeah.
right up
Do you have
there,
any
too.
favorites, Max?
Nicolas Cage movies. I like Bangkok Dangerous. I just love that. I hate him in that movie. Like it's so awkward the whole time because I've traveled to Thailand a lot, and he's experiencing spicy foods and the language barrier, and people there are really warm and nice, and he just kind of navigates that world as a hired gun. He's like a renegade.
That's what I'll have to check out. Is that the one with
I
what's
know
her
the
name?
poster.
Amber Heard, the demon Johnny
No.
Depp
Oh, that
killer?
one's a really good one. So you want Cage being Cage? Drive Angry.
Oh, Drive Angry.
Drive Angry. That one's fun. But I
Yeah.
hate Amber Heard now.
Yeah, Amber Heard sucks. We love you,
Yeah,
Johnny
I know
Depp.
the poster
We
for
love you.
Bangkok. Yep.
We love you, Depp. But yeah, I'll have to check that one out. That's when he had his long hair and he was kind of he was really being Cage there. That was like Buying Pyramids era Cage.
Is it Lord of War, God of War?
Lord of War was
Lord
good.
of War's
That's
good.
one of my favorites.
That was a good one. Yeah,
Has a good like political undertone.
That's one of the first Blu-rays I remember owning.
I can't recall the first Blu-ray.
First Blu-ray I owned was Chaplin with Robert Downey Jr.
I still have that sealed. Haven't watched it yet. I just bought it.
It's not that great of a movie, but the performance is incredible.
Yeah.
Like his performance is like holy shit.
I heard Willy's Wonderland is great.
So yeah, that's
Masterpiece.
the one. Yeah.
Masterpiece.
I'm just looking through his films. He has so many. Mandy, that's one of my favorites.
I haven't seen Mandy.
Mandy's. It's just a work of art.
Really?
It's
Okay.
stylized. I put it on our it's on our Vudu, so you can watch it if you ever want to get a chance. But it's very interesting. I don't know if I really enjoyed it that much. Just for the way it's filmed, it's beautiful.
Okay.
It's good.
I heard Knowing was good.
I'm not a fan of Knowing.
Kick Ass. I like Super.
Oh, I love him in Kick Ass.
He was great in Kick-Ass. Big
Yeah.
Daddy.
Big Daddy, yeah.
Yeah, he was great in Kick-Ass. Yeah.
The Kryptonite.
Hey,
He's dying.
controversial hot take here, everybody. I enjoyed Ghost Rider.
I like both of them.
Yeah, Ghost Rider was fun.
Really? He's like a time traveling flaming skull
Yeah,
biker.
Well, he didn't time travel, but he has the
it's
spirit
not
of
time.
vengeance in him. Yeah.
Not time traveling?
No, he's a time
Oh,
travel.
okay.
Weatherman was kind of interesting. Get to see some titties.
Wicker Man. I never seen the full version of Wicker Man.
I haven't seen Wicker Man, but I've saw Weatherman.
Con Air and Face Off.
Oh,
Prime.
let's see. Never saw Leaving Las Vegas. I heard that's a good one.
That was on my list. I was thinking about bringing that for us on here.
Here's one that James doesn't like, but I like, which is kind of rare. Red Rock West.
I didn't like it.
With him and Dennis Hopper.
Maybe I have to watch it again. I was young when I watched it.
I thought it was good.
I just thought it was very slow.
Wow.
But I appreciate films more now, so
Yeah.
I have to probably just go back
Valley
to
Girl, we didn't really like it that much, but it was cool seeing Nick Cage
Yeah.
in his third
Yeah,
thing.
it's cool seeing him young.
I didn't know he was in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh,
I think he had like a
played
brief
Brad's
scene.
Quick little
bud.
cameo.
Probably like worked in the
like-
restaurant or
it's like-
something.
I am so tired of dealing with him.
It's like John Goodman in his first movie. I think it was like Meatballs or something, where he like jumps off a diving board for like 3 seconds, and then he's like credited as like the third name on the thing. And John Goodman, introducing John Goodman. They wanted to sell some videos.
Producer.
So he's
always-
produced a lot of the movies he's worked
Wow.
on.
Yeah, I don't think he produces much anymore though, because he needs that
Oh,
money.
Shadow
He's
of the Vampire.
He's,
that was a good one.
He's producing Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent in 2022.
I feel like Cage is doing fine now.
Yeah, he's doing fine now.
I think he was probably struggling maybe around like 08, 09, but I feel like now it's like he's
Let's say up to 2000.
He's
yeah,
back.
you
Like
said,
he's
maybe
crushing it.
2011 was probably.
And there's
where-
such a deep love for Nick Cage too. It's like I think there's guys like us who appreciate all eras of Cage, you know. But he's the man. And if you guys would like to send us a Nick Cage cutout for the studio, we would really appreciate it.
Max will love it.
Yes.
He directed Sunny. Have you guys seen that?
No.
It's
I heard
one
it was
director's
bad.
Credit.
Let's look.
Oh, that was the one with James Franco, right?
Oh yeah.
I heard it was crap.
Yes.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Oh,
Shout out to James Franco though. I do enjoy his stuff.
Oh, love hate for James Franco.
11/22/63. Really good.
Oh, that's fantastic.
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 If you like time travel and you like history, check out 11/22/63.
Hulu original.
Yeah, Hulu original. Probably the only Hulu original they ever made. But it was
Wait,
good.
is Nick in that?
No, James Franco.
James
is there.
Franco.
I saw
Oh,
James
right,
Franco in
right.
real life from a distance, and I could have thrown a shoe at him, but I didn't.
He probably wouldn't like that very much.
He'd like it.
He gets that all the time.
If it was for me,
Is Goblin Jr. gonna cry?
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
So in that movie that's in post production right now for 2022, that he's produced, he plays a character called Nick Cage.
Oh, that's probably the one I'm talking about.
Is it like a biography?
The one that I was talking about.
Oh,
is
like the being John
Yeah,
Malkovich?
yeah, it's him being like Cage.
Cool.
There's gonna be like all these
Ooh.
like him being crazy and stuff. So what's it say?
A cash-strapped Nicolas Cage agrees to make a paid appearance at a billionaire superfan's birthday party. But it is really an informant for the CIA since the billionaire fan is a drug kingpin and gets cast in a Tarantino movie.
That sounds wonderful.
Sounds really great.
who directed this film? Directed.
Tom Gormison.
What else has he did?
Let's see what Tom has done. I'm curious. Tom Gormison or Gormican. Young guy.
He's done, what, 2 movies?
Newbie, but hey, he could be good.
Hey.
You never know. Movie 43. Ooh.
Co-producer. Hey, it might be one of his first titles when he's.
That's what I like about
Hollywood.
Nick.
You're right,
is
you're right.
He'll do stuff that's kind of cavalier and
Yeah.
like the
Maybe that's good though with the new director. It could be something fresh.
yeah, I mean it's gonna
Yeah.
be something that's different.
Yeah.
Prisoners of Ghostland was kind of like an art film. I
Yeah.
saw it at Film Bar downtown.
That's cool.
It's kind of like
Shout
an
out to
art
Film Bar,
film
everybody. Go
place.
support your local theaters and
They-
bars.
Yeah, they closed down from COVID and now they're right back up.
I'm happy about that. I
Yeah, we
haven't
should
been
go to
there
Film
before.
Bar.
I think we should.
You know, it'd be a fun video is we go to Film Bar and we vlog it, and then we do like an impromptu review after the movie afterwards.
yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
fun.
It'd be kind of fun. We can hang out,
And they're cool like that. The owners over there are kind of open to
even if they
Doing
weren't.
stuff
We'd
like
make
that.
them. We'd make them.
Usually.
We'll make them. Anyway, guys. So yeah, this movie. Yeah, not Joel Schumacher's best. Not Nick Cage's best. Nobody's best. Kind of wish it wasn't made, but I'm so glad we checked it out. And this is part 2 of our Schumacher trifecta. So next time, if you guys would like to watch and be prepared, we're going to watch 1987's The Lost Boys. And correct me if I'm wrong. Is it 87 or 88? Now I'm questioning myself. I want to say it's 87.
I think it's 87. Yeah, I just saw it. Yep, 87.
All right, 1987's The Lost Boys, and this will be our Joel Schumacher trifecta. This will be our third one. And yeah, so check it out. I've seen this movie, but it's been a few years.
It's been a few years for me as well.
so I want to
yeah.
go back and enjoy. I remember loving it. I love this movie. I think it's a masterpiece.
Speaking of, they're fucking rebooting this film.
Fuck them.
It's gotta be dumb.
No point.
Yep.
No point.
You can't. It's like my thing is, a thing that made this movie so successful was the time in which it was made. And I know you guys are sick of hearing me say this, but you know I'm right. The cast, the direction, the music, the era, the late 80s
Everything.
for horror.
Wardrobe and
Are you
everything,
kidding me?
everything.
Dude, absolutely perfect. The only time they could have
Look, you
made
got these fucking Stranger Things.
nerds.
Well, now they have lots of
nerds,
people that just
nerds.
look like vampires.
I can't stand it. They
Normal
make me
society,
sick.
you know?
Look, and they're all fucking losers. I don't like any of them. I wish them nothing but the worst. They suck. They suck.
Do you know any of these?
Yeah,
actors?
I hate them.
I think the guy on the left, he's from Stranger Things. He's all right. But
Oh, he's the
he's the one that has like
lisp.
yeah.
All right, well, we'll give him a break because I know a lot of people like Stranger Things, but everyone else, I don't like them.
I just don't want this to be made.
My thing is, go make something
Something
else.
original. You can still make a vampire film. Does it have to be
Just
Lost
don't call
Boys?
it Lost
Don't
Boys.
fuck with the Lost Boys.
Yeah.
Like the original, and I know you everyone will say, oh, well,
Go
they
back
made,
to the poster
They
backs.
made the other ones, you know, they made like a sequel. Okay, whatever.
Show it on the screen.
Tribe.
The
I
new
know they made the
poster?
Tribe.
No, just the original one. And just show like you had it like that, like the big
Yeah,
wallpaper one.
Yeah, just the Lost Boys
That
poster.
one.
Yeah, right there.
Yep, show it on the screen.
Yeah, let's just show them the glory of the original. But yeah, this movie I
at that.
love.
Look at that.
Eating the noodles, come on. It's so good. Hanging from the bridge. I remember that scene. God, so good.
Such a cool movie.
Yeah, great movie. So, like I said, what's going to happen with the whole month of October, if you guys can't already figure it out, we're going to focus purely on horror movies. We're going to definitely get you another Cutting the Cult out here at some point. And then just the regular movies, we're going to focus on fun and, you know, horror-oriented movies.
Yeah, and we may do maybe some vlogging too as well.
Absolutely, 110%. Planning on it. But yeah, if you guys want to be in the loop, check out The Lost Boys and see some real quality Schumacher.
Well, it seems like for you guys, all your personal projects, October's a big month.
It's a huge month.
It seems like you guys are usually planning all year for this month. So,
Yeah.
are you guys shooting any short films this year?
This one we're not sure on. We were talking about it last year. We did a Halloween short film. This one we're kind of like, we were just so busy. Like we have so much going on with work and with our other projects and like working on stuff for multiple channels. It's like we've just been busy and just personal life, you know?
Yeah.
It's like we got to maintain a balance. We still have to be around.
We'll probably still do something, but not something as big as what we did like
Last year, yeah.
Yeah.
I think definitely we're going to put something out there in the creative realm in terms of like a short film, but it'll be probably just a fun little thing, nothing too serious. But 110% on here, we're going to be focusing on the horror movies and on Unfazed Review. We're going to be doing a lot of vlogging, definitely a couple ghost adventures thrown in there. And it's not going to be a boring month, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
I just went
stay
back
tuned.
and watched your Michael Myers fan film from last year.
directed by us.
And I mean, I edited it, so when I watched it back, like when I was done, I was like, "That's pretty good."
It
And
was
I
pretty good.
rewatched it again. I'm like, "That's really good."
We had fun.
I was impressed.
And we did that in like
What?
4.5 hours.
4 to 5 hours.
Yeah, and it was like very fly by the seat of our pants, spontaneous video making.
I was happy
So-
for our location. Got
yeah,
it. and
yeah.
just
Shout out to the what was it? What's the place called? House of Haunts or
haunted. Honestly,
the Haunted Graveyard?
haunted graveyard.
The Haunted Graveyard in Arizona. Check it out.
free.
It's a place. Yeah, it's free. I think they take donations to go through. Super nice guy who runs the place. Like super accommodating. He was nothing but nice to us, allowing us to film there. And
It's actually very safe. Nobody's been murdered there.
Yeah.
It's just for the movie.
yeah, just for the movie, like we lost like 5 people, but including ourselves, but we
Yeah.
were revived somehow. It was amazing. And I got some stitches. He's fine.
What channel is that movie on?
It's on the Unfazed.
Unfazed?
Oh yeah, if you want to see our Halloween video from last year, go to Unfazed Review. And yeah, it was a movie we released like I think 2 days before Halloween last year, and it's called The Shape of Halloween, short film that we did.
Well, I'll put it in. I'll put it in the
Put a link in the
bio.
description.
I'll put it in the
Description.
link down below if
Put
you
a
want to
link
see what these guys do when we direct together
Yeah.
and when Max Masano edits.
Yeah.
You got a pretty fun little project. So yeah, we'll
Halloween's
definitely do
coming up.
something. We'll definitely do some more creepy stuff this month. I can't promise, a big short film or anything like that, but I can definitely promise a lot of spooky content. That'll be a lot of fun. So anyway, guys, anything you would like to add, James?
No, just support the channel, share us, all that good stuff.
Yeah, guys, we're getting real close to 100 subscribers.
I
and
think we
we'd
only need 2 more.
We'd love to pass that threshold because we're putting in the work. We love doing this, but it would be more fun with an audience. So tell your friends. All right, guys. So be kind.
Rewind.
And subscribe. And if you have any movie suggestions, spooky movies, put it down low in the comments.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for watching, guys.
See you guys.
Have a good one.
For, go ahead, do it.
you faggot. Put me out of my fucking misery. Pull the fucking trigger. Come on. Come on, pull the fucking trigger. Do it! Do it!